What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Old School RuneScape's Luckiest Players. This one is going to be the May 2025 edition featuring all of our lucky drops from last month, which was April. If you have something that you would like to submit to either this series or my Unluckiest Players series, send it over to the email address on the screen right now. Down below in the description, you will find a full set of instructions. Now, while I have you here and while I have your attention, just a couple of things. First, please don't dump your entire screenshot folder into an email and send it to me. If you do that, I'm going to delete it. I'm not going to look at all those screenshots. Send me only your luckiest or unluckiest moment. Next, you guys don't have to send me the same email 3 or 4 times. I promise that I will see it the first time around. So once again, please follow the instructions in the description when you are sending over. I promise I'll see your emails, guys. Before we get started, if you didn't know, I do have an Old School RuneScape merch store. It is over on Etsy. Everything in this shop is handmade by me in my office at home and shipped directly to you guys. I have turned off all other forms of monetization aside from YouTube ads. So if you would like to support the channel, instead of just donating to me and throwing your money away, buy something from the merch store. That way you'll actually get something in return for supporting the channel. So there is a link in the description below. You can check that out. I hope that you find something you like. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this month's luckiest players. As usual, we're going to start out with our luckiest clue scrolls, specifically third age items. So we've got 4 of them this month making the cut. The first one is going to be Hard Casket, number 92, a third age robe bottom. This one coming from the Iron Man Bad American, 58 mil on the value of that. Additionally, Bad American also pulling a Gilded Scimitar on Elite Casket number 6. Not bad at all. Next is Hard Casket number 64. This one going to Shiny Mew, pulling a third age amulet, 98 million GP. Elite Casket number 1, you can't get much luckier than that. Uzu pulling a third age plate body valued at 358 million GP. And our last third age for this month on Master Casket number 1, also really can't get luckier than that, pulling a third age full helmet, 74 mil on the value for Iron Nyx. Before we move on to PVM item drops, we've got a few other clue scroll drops that are pretty lucky, starting out with a couple of mediums. Unknown casket count on this one, Spiked Manacles and Holy Sandals, both coming from the same medium clue for Chiefing Gas. Another one that we don't know the count on, but another medium clue nonetheless, Ranger Boots and Holy Sandals coming in the same clue for Still Kinky. Elite Casket, unknown casket count, Gilded Spade, and a Gilded Axe, 10.6 mil for that. So the double gilded drop, this one coming in for RYZ. Couple of masters to finish it out. Master Casket number 174, another double gilded pickaxe and a gilded chain body in this one for Arrow Axe, about 9.3 mil for that master clue. And Master Casket number 3, Drew LS pulling a Bloodhound pet very early in the Master Casket grind. Moving into our next section, we've got our top 10 KCs for PVM item drops. So we're going to start out with KCs 10 down to 2. First up at a 10 KC, Berserker Ring for the Ultimate Iron Man Flojo. 8 KC, Staff of the Dead for an Iron Man SCBY. 6 KC, Scythe of Vitor, the Iron Man Raw Wrath. 6 KC, Bryophyta's Essence for Chiefing Gas. 5 KC, Enhanced Weapon Seed in the normal gauntlet. That's pretty good. For the group Iron Man, I Am Forgot. Next one is a back-to-back, so it could have went in the back-to-back section, but since it was top 10, we're throwing it in here. 5 and 6 KC, back-to-back Noxious Blade and Noxious Point over at Araxor for Roxanne. 4 KC, Armadillo Chestplate for Andy Pandy, 23. 3 KC, Dual Maquahidal. I don't know how to say that. Jagex, please make easier words to pronounce. AFK Fire, pulling in the 3KC Dual Maquahidal. 2KC Blood Moon Tassets for Tom Jonasius. 2KC Armadillo Chestplate for the group Iron Man, a Dank Zoggy, And our last one before we hit 1KCs is a 2KC Armadillo Chain Skirt for Kev Booty. And now we have our luckiest of the luckiest PVM item drops. These are our 1KC drops for this month, and we've got 16 of them. Starting it off is Yeezy for 47th, the Tumikin Shadow, X Nin, the Group Iron Man account, Crystal Armor Seed, W Bag. This is an Ultimate Iron account pulling an Enhanced Weapon Seed. Super nice to have on the Ultimate Iron Man. The next one is the double submission to 1KC drops coming in from Violate Me Dad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Iron account here. And Tormented Synapse is the first one. I'm not saying that name again. The same player also pulling a Berserker's Ring on 1KC. Spudmeister 2 is up next. Group Iron account pulling a Tanzanite Fang from Zulrah. Robo Conger with a Dragon Pick from the Cowfight Queen. Mobile TKO pulling a Voidwaker Blade. Mega Man with a Dagon-High Row Bottom on the very first Laren's Key. Lackey Markov, Group Iron account with an Armadillo Hilt. JDB with an Armadillo Chestplate. Ent Barber, Iron account, pulling a Virtus Mask from Duke Sakelis. Cute Handsome, Iron account with an Elder Maul. Beefy 5 layers with a couple of 1KC drops. The first one being a Virtus Row Bottom from Duke Sakelis during the quest. And you know what? Why not just get another one during the quest? Beefy 5 layers also pulling a Smoke Quartz from the Leviathan. And our last 1KC for the month goes to a Krusty Bowl pulling a Bryophyta's Essence. Back-to-back drops up next, and we have a lone submission making the cut for this. This one goes to Cursed to Die, so congratulations on your own section, pulling a back-to-back Armadillo chestplate from Kriara. Very nice. You can see it there in the chat window for proof and over in the RuneLite drop log. Rounding out the PVM items section, we've got some honorable mentions, also lucky instances here. X-King Cruise X with a Pet General Grardor and Bandos Hilt in the same kill, 1,958 kill count. TTV I'm Wake OG, Iron account, pulling a Crystal Armor Seed and Enhanced Weapon Seed, both in the same Gauntlet kill. Thonak, Group Iron account, pulling a Dragon Chain and a Dragon Two-Handed Sword. Not super impressive, but still getting them in the same Cowfight Queen kill. Odds of that happening are about 1 in 32,000. The Weedman, pulling a Jar of Chemicals and Hydroclaw, both of those coming on 1,589 kill count. The OSU Fan, another Group Iron account, pulling a Bandos Chestplate at 90 KC, a Bandos Chestplate again at 108, and a Bandos Tassets at 113, pulling all three of those drops just 23 kills apart. Tane, this one's pretty crazy, 6 Hydroclaws, 989 total KC. So the drop rate on the Hydroclaw is 1 in 1,001. It hasn't even made it to a one drop rate round. 1,001 kills, 989 6 claws. Absolutely ridiculous. Randymon coming in next with a Harmonized Orb on 1,535 KC, and then following that up just 5 kills later with an Eldritch Orb. QPOH with an Inquisitor's Plate Skirt and Harmonized Orb in the same kill. And rounding out our PVM items section is going to be Koi Hueco, Iron account with an Archer's Ring and Pet Dagonoth Supreme in the same kill, 693 kill count. PVM pets are up next, and we extend the top kill counts to 25 because pets are a little bit harder to come by. So starting out our top 25, we're going to start at 23 KC with a Dagonoth Rex pet for the Hardcore Iron Man Ibby V9. 21 KC Dagonoth Rex pet for the Ultimate Iron Man Flojo. 14 KC Prince Black Dragon for Captain Falco. 12 KC Pet General Grardor for the Iron Man Joke Incel. 12 KC Baron Pet for Andy Vesalius. 8 KC Pet Chaos Elemental Pet, this one coming from the Fanatic, where the drop rate is 1 in 1,000 for Bick Digger. 7 KC Pet Chaos Elemental, this one coming from the Chaos Elemental, drop rate there, 1 in 300 for GBP. 5 KC Nid Pet for the group Iron Man Diablo. 5 KC Brand Pet for Walido 606. A 4 KC Vorky Pet for Clay 6100. 3 KC Skotos Pet for Bread 929. A 3 KC Pet Ziliana for Purr. And a 2 KC Callisto Cub for Darwin05. Our next section is our 1KC pets, so our luckiest of the luckiest PVM pet hunters. Zoom reload, starting this section off with a Vedion Junior pet that's coming from the very first Calvarian kill. Sexy Siggy is up next with a Scorpia's Offspring. Saiyan Mew, Group Iron account with a Noon pet from Grotesque Guardians. Numlo with a Sriracha pet. That Spindly Spooter. It's a good pet to have. I really like that one, so congrats on that one. Lily Pons with a Baron pet coming during the quest. 1KC pet means you got it while you're doing the quest. And last is going to be Cartograph, pulling a pet Chaos Elemental from the Chaos Elemental. Finishing up our PVM pet section, we have one honorable mention for this month, and it goes to Clumsy Iron. 3 brand pets, pulling those in 299 kill count. The pet is 1 in 3,000 for the drop rate, or 1 in 1,500 if you do sacrifice the loot. So Clumsy Iron averaging a brand pet just about 1 in every 100 kills. Moving along through our submissions this month, we are now checking out our skilling pets. So we've got level-based pets and kill count-based pets. We'll start out with the levels. At level 83 farming, we have Mega Man pulling a couple of Tangle Roots, not 1, but 2, both of them coming within about 250,000 XP of each other at level 83 farming. Next up is 65 Agility, a giant squirrel at the Wilderness Agility course coming from Violate Me Dad, the Iron Man account. I had to say the name again. Oh, I forgot this dude had more than one section. Yikes. Next, 64 farming, Tangleroot pet for AFK Fire. Gim Muzzle up next with a 45 agility pet from the Canopus Rooftop course, pulling that giant squirrel in. 2142 ZZ Nubble with a 16 woodcutting pet, pulling that beaver in very early in the account. Fizz E or Fizz Y at level 13 agility, pulling a giant squirrel from the Drainer Rooftop course. And our last level-based pet goes to the Hardcore Iron Man, a Killer Watt, pulling the Rocky pet at just level 10 Thieving. And for our lone submission for the kill count-based pets, we have a 1KC Tiny Temper coming in for the Weed Man. And to close out our video for this month, we are checking out our miscellaneous lucky drop. So this is where other stuff goes that I can't figure out where to put it in certain sections. So that's collection logs and other lucky instances. Starting out this edition of our miscellaneous lucky drops, Tanny Tank, 8 blood shards in just under 1,900 pickpockets. By the way, the drop rate on that blood shard for a pickpocket is 1 in 5,000. And this person has 8 of them in less than 2,000. Shiny Mew is up next with 32 Fasani's Nightmares drops in 2,518 kill count. Now, why is that lucky? Well, 1 in 113 is about the drop rate for any of those Fasani's Nightmares uniques. Shiny Mew is averaging a drop 1 in every 78 kills, along with 6 harmonized orbs in there. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Salzar's coming in next with the Iron account, completing the gauntlet log in just 40 normal gauntlets and 89 corrupted gauntlets. That is pretty impressive. PVM items, and not the section, this is the player, it's an Iron account. Kriara green log in 295 kills. No main dupes, so that's not including the Godsword shards. No dupes from all of the Kriara uniques. Absolutely incredible. Harkins123 is up next with a Duke Sikellis green log in 336 kills. Also very impressive. And our next green log comes in from Harkanian7. This one over at the Zamorak God Wars dungeon. Just 231 total kills. Gloat Iron Man completing all of the Cerberus crystals, which is very nice for an Iron account, in just 115 kill count. The drop rate for any of those crystals, by the way, just getting 1 is 1 in 128. Doints is up next with a Bandos pet, a chest plate, a tassets, and a hilt, only missing the Bandos boots. 116 kills. Drop rate on the pet, 1 in 5,000. Drop rate on any of the Bandos pieces for the armor, 1 in 127, and the drop rate on the hilt is 1 in 508. Very lucky all around. Next up is Daimonia K-Mep, and this might not be that lucky, but it is impressive. All hard gilded items are done and only missing 6 hard third age items, 10,094 hard clues completed. Deku Tree with 18 Zenites and 2,469 demonic gorilla kills. They are getting these Zenites at a rate of 1 in 137, which is less than half of the drop rate. Drop rate on those Zenites is 1 in 300. And our last submission making the cut for this month goes to Carmen Lop, pulling a full fishing trawler set in just 6 games, and I could name a few people off the top of my head that would absolutely lose their mind at that, based on the amount of time that they had to spend grinding that outfit. So congrats on that. That is a nice one to have in just 6 games. So that is going to do it for this month's edition of Old School RuneScape's Luckiest Players. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Remember, if you have something you would like to submit to either this series or the Unluckiest series, check the description down below for a set of instructions. Send your emails my way, and good luck on making the cut for next month. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on your way out. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.